Welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to greet you, and say greetings to you and your family. I hope all is well. This is Brother Dulani, and this program is called Clear Thinking. I would like to invite you to like, to share, and subscribe to this program. Clear Thinking is a platform that comes to give you a clear analysis on political and social and economic issues facing our people. I come to bring some type of clarity to some of the issues that we face that many of our people may have a little bit of a confusion around. And I think that, in this social media space, there are a lot of, bloggers and opinionators and influencers and many people out here giving their opinion, reporting on various issues. I am going down the path less traveled, and that's the path of trying to give you a scientific, a clear, a precise, um, um, unbiased, objective analysis on the issues that we face, and also to give you the deeper connection to our history, to our struggle for liberation, and our aspiration to be better human beings. So that is what clear thinking is about. And I want to invite you to come on this journey with me because we need alternative. We need other voices in this space that can give you a clear, a precise, a firm, a revolutionary, Pan-African analysis of our time, the issues that we are faced with. So just come on this journey with me. Do like, do share, do subscribe to this program. This particular episode is devoted to the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. I'm going to take the time out to show some images and to big up and to thank a lot of people on the ground who are doing the work. I'm going to recognize some of the governments, some of the organizations. I'm going to highlight some of the celebrities, some of the YouTubers, some of the people who are out there in the field providing assistance, providing coverage. And that is what this episode is about. So let me go into it. And so we're going to say, Jamaica and the world, my people, do understand this, that I know that many of you know that Hurricane Melissa had devastated the island of Jamaica and leave a considerable portion of that island, my island, our home, is being devastated by Hurricane Melissa. Now, communities from across Jamaica and the Caribbean are rebuilding after the hurricane. The Haiti was also hit, parts of Dominica was hit, and also Cuba had a direct impact from this hurricane. However, from international organizations to local heroes, countless individuals are stepping up to provide aid. This presentation showcases the charity, the governments, celebrities, and grassroots movements working tirelessly to support recovery efforts and how you can help. So we're going to move right along and talk about some of the international organizations that operate in Jamaica, notably the International Red Cross. These are the leading humanitarian organizations that have mobilized quickly to provide life-saving assistance across the affected areas of Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean. These trusted charities are delivering food, clean water, medical supply, and shelter, at least sheltered materials to communities in desperately needed areas. Notable organization is the International Red Cross and Jamaica Red Cross. World Central Kitchen. They're providing hot meals. I think they're providing up to 20,000 to 30,000 hot meals a day. Global Empowerment Mission, GEM, major distribution supplier. They distribute a massive amount of assistance across the island. I'm even seeing on that the Islamic Relief is also down there partnering with local organization. There's an organization also called Direct Relief. They supply medical assistance, and also the Samaritan Purse, they're offering comprehensive relief, including uh, helicopters as well. So, as we know, the Caribbean and the diasporas, they have been championing the recovery effort. We have people like Shaggy, Beenie Man, Sean Paul, DJ Khalid, Buju Banton, the Marley family, Capitan, Sensia, and Movado, and many others are rallying uh, um, around the people and providing assistance, providing vital support and funding for organizations and foundations and direct to individuals. Sports icon like Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Noah Lyles, um, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. They're also leveraging their global platform to bring attention and resources to Jamaica's recovery effort. They're inspiring hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the world to support Jamaica. There's grassroots heroes that's emerging from the entertainment industry in Jamaica. You have people like local influencer like Romeich and Ding Dong and Popcorn, and content creators like Junior Lifestyle of Fishing, Miss Tiffany, Colaz Smith TV, Short Man and Look a Dragon Adventure. Hey, look, Short Man, Look a Dragon Adventure, small channel, but doing a little small thing, you know what I mean? You have Drizzy Burke, a big channel, mobilized a lot of big support. Yeah, some foundation that I see operating down there right now. Grace Hamilton, which is Spice, Grace Hamilton Foundation, the Beenie Man Foundation, Tyrese Gibson, the famous Tyrese from Fast and Furious, is operating in Jamaica. He is representing an organization called Reach Out Worldwide. I think that organization was established in honor of one of the member of the cast of Fast and the Furious that had passed. So they set up this organization, this foundation to help people around the world. And they're also coordinating relief efforts across the island. So a lot of support there. I also want to mention that the government of Jamaica is also playing a pivotal role. We got the senator, which is Honorable Donna Morris Dixon, Minister of Education, Skill, Youth, and Information. They have been organizing these weekly, I think it was daily at one stage, but they're like weekly or every time they need to be information presentation to the nation. I think they have done a good job at keeping the world, Jamaica, and the communities informed about what's going on, the coordination that's taking place. So I want to also big them up for communicating with the people of Jamaica. And I know it's not perfect. It's not never easy to carry out this kind of massive operation. And this is going to be a test of the strength and the resiliency and also the prudence of this government. And, all aspect of leadership will be tested. Integrity, competency, deliverability. You know what I'm saying? All those things will be tested during this time. They have had on there Desmond McKenzie has been almost a permanent fixture at the briefing, the news briefing that take place on a regular basis. He's the Minister of Local Governments and Community Development. And I like his style. I like his he's quite a very down to earth, and he talking as he sees it. Yes, and then there's also Darrell Vaz, Minister of Energy, Transport, and Telecommunication. You know, from the moment the hurricane hit, he's been all over the airports and the different places and trying to get Jamaica up and running. So he's definitely been engaged in this whole operation, given his overview of how things are developing, especially with the aid coming in, because his portfolio is transportation, so he can keep track of what is going on at the airport and the seaport and at the wharf, you know, playing a pivotal role in getting aid into the country and get it out to the people that needs it the most. Um, on a side note, we know that there's been a controversy, you know, surrounding uh Minister Darrell Vaz and one of the artists in Jamaica, which is Buju Banton. And as you may aware, many of you are aware by now, Buju has claimed that he has items that's missing out of his relief supplies into Jamaica, and that has been disputed by Darrell Vaz. That investigation is still undergoing. Hopefully, we'll come to the final truth, the final clarity about that situation, because it is creating a distraction right now in terms of attention, in terms of, you know, getting people to get caught up in these division, and we don't want to distract and divide our country at this moment. So I think that a clear and swift investigation need to be done, and this issue need to be settled, because that's the last thing we need at this moment to kind of distract us and derail us from the main issue of recovery, of rescuing, of providing relief for our people. So moving right along. Also on this briefing that we've been seeing on a regular basis, there's been a Minister of Water, Environment, and Climate Change. And as you know, water has been a significant issue. And they have spoken about how water is being restored in many areas, because water was one of the thing that went down during a hurricane, because when the light go out, the pump them also shut off, and then the water can't pump to the communities. So there's been a struggle to get the light, and then you have to get the light, electricity up first, then you get the water, pump, and then the water can flow into the communities. So there's many communities who are still off limit to this very day. So we have to keep that in mind. Also, one of the ministers that we see being um, involved in this in Jamaica Information Service, these regular briefings, is the Honorable Robert Morgan, Minister of with responsibility for works, commander. You know, he comes and he gives his view about what's going on. I think there's a massive plan under the way to create this um, general work, recovery, cleanup operation that's going to roll out over the whole country. And I think he may be involved in that operation. So yes, so they have been good at that. Also, the Director General of the ADPEM, that's the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, which has been set up for several years in Jamaica to deal with disaster. I think the Jamaican government recognizes that disaster is something that is going to come our way. It's not when, but it's not if, but when. So they have taken steps to prepare themselves for any disaster that comes our way. And Alvin Gale is now the Director General of ADPEM, who is coordinating all of the emergency management that's taking place across the island to help Jamaica to restore. So I needed to say that because the government is playing a pivotal role in Jamaica in coordinating the supplies coming into the country and also dealing with logistics of getting the supplies distributed across the island to different storage centers, storage hubs, distribution hub, and get it out to the people. That's a massive undertaking. And as we will go through, maybe we'll go through some of the images as we explain more about this situation. You see the helicopters, you're going to see, a lot of the distribution taking place on the ground. So yes, a massive operation is taking place in Jamaica. But Jamaica is not alone. Jamaican government is not alone. There's many national governments and intergovernmental organizations are providing critical coordination and matching funds to amplify individual donation. We know that the United Kingdom is matching public funds to the IFRC, which is International Federation of Red Cross, appeal up to 1 million, whilst the United Nations has launched, the UN has launched a $74 million appeal specifically for Cuba's recovery. So we can't leave out Cuba. They've been badly damaged as well. Also, Haiti has been hit. The European Union, France, Luxembourg, Belgium, Spain are supplying shelter materials, energy items, water and sanitation equipment, deploying medical teams, regional coordination. The Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency is coordinating relief across all affected territories, ensuring efficient distribution of aid. So we want to definitely mention that. There's a national appeal taking place. The Jamaican government, alongside Cuba and other Caribbean nations, have launched emergency appeal focusing on immediate needs, including health, water, education, and shelter. And to give you a graphics of this, I will just show you. This is what they are doing here. These are some of the governments and international support. So we spoke about the European nations. I also must mention that Japan have also pledged support. El Salvador, Venezuela, I'm not sure about Venezuela, but Colombia has pledged support. And I need to check on Brazil. But for the most part, we know that there's been a lot of support for that. So moving right along. So these are some of the trusted charities that are making a direct impact in Jamaica. I hope you can see my screen. So in terms of medical and emergency aid, you got the International Medical Corps, you got the Direct Relief, and you got Mercy Corps, you got the British Red Cross Emergency Appeal. When it comes to food and essential supplies, you got World Central Kitchen. I have to constantly big them up for the work that they have been doing. I mean, I have a massive amount of respect for what World Central Kitchen have been doing in Jamaica. The Convoy of Hope operating in Jamaica. The Mission of Hope operating in Jamaica. Haitian Health Foundation operating in the Caribbean, in Haiti. So you got strategic coordination between the American Friends of Jamaica. You have Center for Disaster Philanthropy, Islamic Relief Worldwide, providing support. You also have the International Federation of Red Cross. So all these organizations have proven track records in disaster response and are working directly with Caribbean communities to ensure aid reaches those who need it the most. Your donation to any of these charities will make a tangible difference to someone's lives. Now, I want to talk about some of the local people who have been helping, and local and international as well. Some of the people that I think that are notable that should be mentioned in this. Shaggy, I want to highlight Shaggy. He's one of the first to step up and start providing assistance. I want to acknowledge again Grace Hamilton Foundation. Big push out. I respect that sister for that. See it. When I talk about Spice right now, I talk about Grace Hamilton Foundation, as some people would say. Sean Paul, step up big time, DJ Khalid. It is rumored that him give 6 million US to various different foundations in Jamaica, um, including Vibes Cartel Foundation. Denzel Washington, I've heard, I've give support to Jamaica. Tyrese Gibson, he flew in directly, boots on the ground, providing assistance to the people of Jamaica. Ding Dong, also roll in and provide support. The Marley family, Capleton, Sincere, Junior Reed, one year Russian. First me I hear about him, but him is a big producer according to my soul. When I get to understand now, I don't really follow the music like that anymore. Like back in the days. But yeah, enough young people involved in it. New faces, new style, new swag. Them a do them thing. Mavado, Massacre. And in terms of YouTuber, Cameron Family TV, yeah, me like how them roll out and show them support. So you have again you have the local, you have the artists them like Popcorn, Vibes Cartel, Maxi Priest, you have Luciano, Buju Bantan. That's supposed to be Agent Sasko. It have age. See that you have Rihanna, she make major contribution. You have Diplo and Winnie Harlow. I think they are Canadian model or whatever they are. They are also supporting Colaz Smith TV, big support. Him have a tow truck him use and roll up in the countryside there and distributing well needed goods to the people. You know what I mean? Big up for that. Junior lifestyle of fishing. I don't know if many of you out there have known or heard about these YouTubers, but they've been in the trenches long time. They've been out there providing content to the YouTube world, to Jamaicans around the world, with the cooking and the lifestyle and the bush and the hunting. Juicy Blake, you know what I mean? Also, we see them roll out with some big truck, some big heavy equipment. I have to big them up for that. Even though many times people say Juicy not really in a little local thing, he more floss and them sitting there. But it is what it is. We can see him push out now, time need now for him step up. Him can't hold back this time. I have to step up and do him thing. See it, I want give him a respect and thank him for what he do. Miss Tiffany from Raj, SFJ, that is Spearfishing Jamaica TV, and Raj and Tiffany, they used to roll together. That's Tiffany Silver TV. See on YouTube. Me see her roll out with the Chinese community of Jamaica. They come out big time, see it and big Wallipa delivery them do, Wallipa relief supply, the Chinese them deliver in the community them in Jamaica. We see that Miss Tiffany Silver cover that particular aspect of it, you know what I mean? Because so the Chinese then get Wallipa pressure in Jamaica. Wallipa people bond them for not really stepping up, for not really respecting Jamaica and all kind of things. And then you get Wallipa argument now about Chinese government trying to exploit Jamaica. So this move by the Chinese community will be strategic and will be pivotal, see it in how Jamaica perceive the Chinese community. And I want to big them up for stepping up, you know what I'm saying? Sharpman and Look a Dragon Adventure, they are offshoot from Junior Lifestyle of Fishing. They still did there. And D&G is another one from Junior Lifestyle of Fishing. I want to big them up as well. Romeich, probably one of the biggest entertainer that's leading the effort, in a Jamaica right now, him coordinating a one bag of support. So we have to big him up. We see the Prime Minister gonna meet with him and interview him and, send thank you to many of the people on this very list that we are talking about right now. Him send out, support and thank and appreciate them for the humanitarian service and for the effort that they have put in so far. So we want to big them up for that. Also, Mr. Usain Bolt step up. Mr. Shelley and Frater Price step up. Mr. Safa Powell step up. I mean, I also see Noel Lyles step up as well. So I have to big him up. So see it. So we have to big them up. We say your donation is needed as well. You know what I mean? Your help is needed. You know what I mean? How your donation help. Right now, they need immediate shelter, emergency housing, tarpaulin, building materials for families who have lost their home, clean water and sanitation. We see a lot of that taking place. Purification system. I see that operating down there. I even see Tyrese them operate one. I think I saw what was that? I saw a Samaritan purse. One of them, it's a purifying machine where they can pump thousands of gallons of water from any dirty water, them attach it to, them can purify it. You can drink it, bathe with it, whatever. So hygiene kits to prevent disease and outbreak. Right now, I went down to help with the packing of the relief supplies them in a London, yeah, to go to Jamaica, and I tell a whole heap of hygiene kit supply, sanitizers, wipes and bleach and cleaning material and all them thing there is being packed and ready and ready to ship out. Well, food, big essential thing that needed down there right now. Food and nutrition, hot meals, World Food Kitchen, they are leading the way with hot food right now. I think they're in the Montego Bay Convention Center. That's the name of that place, that big convention center in Montego Bay, is where they are operating. And I think they are cooking up to 20 to 30,000 hot meals a day that's been distributed to the people in the affected area. So we have to big up the World Food Kitchen in this department, because the pot them when we see them are used, them the pot they require sometime all 2 and 3 man. I feel stir them pot there, because the old them pot they big, You have to strong. If you don't be careful, you drop down them pot there, you get cooked, So you have to know where you have to stand firm. Maybe see Sean Paul I try stir some curry chicken or something. Me see him I try stir with them big spoon there. So you have to stand firm. Yeah, man. Someone big up World Food Kitchen. I think it's Jose Andreas for the contribution to the recovery in Jamaica right now. Also, medical supplies needed. You see the essential medicine, medical equipment, and healthcare services for the injured, and for the vulnerable is needed. And I see that there's field hospital being set up down there now. You see a 30-bed field hospital set up in a St. Elizabeth. And I think that is very, very good. And I get to understand, say, they're leaving everything behind. They're not taking anything back out the country. So after they left, they can convert that into a permanent structure where a clinic or regional hospital can be built with that equipment that's left behind. Because they left behind a full operational theater, pharmacy, the whole 9 yard, even climate control in that tent them with them set up. Very high level stuff, which will be needed for the even short and medium term will be needed in Jamaica. So moving right along, my people. So we just have to say, the social media have played a very big impact in amplifying the situation on the ground, getting the word out. Social media is a powerful tool for raising awareness and funds, and many, even Colaz Smith TV, I say, have used the social media to raise funds, to be able to fund him, to be able to buy goods and provide for all of the things that's needed and get it out. So social media is very important in that. There's a lot of hashtags out there that people can use to kind of reach the widest possible audience and connect with other supporting Caribbean relief effort. Every share, every retweet, every story can inspire someone else to donate or volunteer. Even this particular explanation video, you can send this out, share this with your family and friend, to help get the word out, some of the core hashtag come out is Hurricane Melissa Relief, Jamaica Strong, hashtag Support Jamaica, hashtag Caribbean Strong, hashtag Jamaica Rebuild Jamaica, hashtag Diaspora Support Jamaica. Big things. Them hashtag you can use them in your video because they help to get the audience, attention to that particular video, who are supporting these particular movements or organization in Jamaica. organizations such as Food for the Poor, hashtag Food for the Poor Jamaica, hashtag Jamaica Red Cross, hashtag WCK, that is World Central Kitchen. Can't stop big them up. 20, 30,000 food, hot meal a day. You know, see it. And then you got other hashtag like old, they call it ADPEM in Jamaica. That is the Organization of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. And then you have hashtag Global Empowerment Mission. That's GEM, massive operation. These people, them operate in a big war zone in a Ukraine, Afghanistan, Gaza Strip. When they come to war zone, when them come in massive with whole heap of equipment, whole heap of logistical operation and big trucks and driver. They're massive people. You know, see it. You don't get no bigger than them. You have to go to the Red Cross if you want to get bigger than them. So they call GEM, Global Empowerment Mission. And when them land and whatever them bring, them not take it back with them leave it with you. All right, so Pacific needs food for the poor, as we talk about the food for the poor, water crisis Jamaica, shelter support. So all these, you can hashtag them. You look on the screen, hopefully the screen a show and you can see it. You can just use these hashtags to help your video or your message or whatever you do. You just help to circulate it and everybody can tap into it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. So we spoke about the Chinese community in Jamaica. Them step forward and just mobilize their fellow Jamaicans in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. The long-standing Caribbean communities providing essential supplies, coordinating volunteers, and demonstrating the beautiful multicultural solidarity that defines Jamaica. Well, a lot of people say out of many, one people, and so forth. But we have to give the Chinese them respect and appreciation for their support. Now is not the time to, be bickering and pointing fingers. Time to get together and help. Because, especially for those who have benefited from Jamaica. And many people who have come to Jamaica and they set up operation and business and they have benefited tremendously from our vulnerability as African people who we never had the finance, the education, and all the other support needed to build the business structure them that we need. And other entities have come into Jamaica and built these businesses, and they have benefited tremendously over the last maybe 4 or 5 decades. See it. And we know the Chinese have been in Jamaica even longer than that, for over 100 years, going back into the 1800s. See it. So, but in the last, say, 50 years, a lot of groups have come into Jamaica and have able to establish extensive amount of business operation in Jamaica and have benefited tremendously from our vulnerability, our inability to be able to provide these same businesses, same products and services to our people. And now is the time to show your appreciation and give back and helping and assisting. And that's what the Chinese community are doing. They are assisting. And I think that's why I even mentioned them, because we need to keep an eye on that. You know what I mean? Who is supporting who in a time of need. So every action matters, your next step. You can choose a charity. Everybody can choose which charity they want to support. If you want to support Sean Paul, you want to support Grace Hamilton, you want to support Colaz Smith, you want to support a local people. But one thing we don't want to do is support people that out for themselves. Because so the scammers are going to come, they might try to get, support me, me I going to do this, me I going to do that. And you have other organizations out there where can do it even more effective, more better. They have everything in place to get the job done. See it. So me know say a lot of people would maybe using it as a vanity project as well. See me here, support me I go do the work. When you can easily join with somebody else who do the work already and get it done. So, we're not really pointing our finger, but we are say support credible organization, especially those who have experience, those who have been doing this work, particularly who have been doing this work before disaster hit. Because some of them just start do disaster relief now. So Keep that in mind. Yeah, you can make a donation. You can share on social media. Share the video them. Share everything you can about Jamaica recovery, about Jamaica response, relief supply happening in your local community when there's packing taking place. Because one of the thing about getting these stuff in, they have to be sorted and packed and shipped out, and that take a lot of manpower to sort, to ship, because you need to label out everything. So when you go to Jamaica, if you dig through 10 box to find one tin of a sardine, you want everything for this a sardine, that a canned beef, that a Pampers, that a bleach. It's everything in a box. Everything is labeled and itemized, and the manifest it travel with the cargo to the destination. So when it reach a Jamaica, they know exactly what's in each box. So you can volunteer. And I have been doing that, volunteering my time to go down and help with that. And if next week, I'll go back again. So yeah, so you can stay engaged. Recovery is going to take months. In this case, I know it's going to take years to recover. So you can follow all these organizations I mentioned and these individuals. Well, the celebrity, them will continue back to them career and move on. So a lot of things taking place now is temporary. These relief that's going in, there may be one, maybe two drop, and them done. Them do for them part. But the sustaining organization who's going to remain on the ground for the months and the years ahead, those are the organization that really is going to make the impact in the long term. See it. So, remember, it's good. You go down, you give a one thing, people eat it, and them you give a one toilet paper, one soap, whatever. But when that one soap done and you gone on, the people have to pick up the pieces same way. So you have major organization who's got there for the long term. They have the resources for sustain assistant. Those are the ones that you want to stay engaged with. All right. So we know say really start yet, but the whole idea of building back Jamaica. And well, me hear it. Some people start talking about again already. Them talk about build back stronger. That's the slogan me hear. Build back better, build back stronger. Together we rebuild stronger. Hurricane Melissa has tested the strength and resilience of Caribbean and Jamaican communities, but it also revealed the extraordinary power of collective action. From global organizations to local content creators, from government pledges to individual donation, every contribution matters. The road to recovery is long, but with your support, Caribbean families will rebuild not just their homes, but their lives and livelihood. The Caribbean is strong, Jamaica is strong, the diaspora is united, and together we will rise again. My people, we will rise again. It is estimated, last time I checked, around 8 billion US dollar in damage. And that will have to be recovered. The water system going to require billions of dollars to repair. The pump, the pipes, and all the other stuff. The electricity, and a lot of billions to repair. The road, I think the road system will take about $10 billion to repair. And these are just preliminary estimation based on immediate needs. So donate. Yeah, the premier organization or the premier place to support is supportjamaica.gov.jm. Again, the premier place or the premier entity to pledge your support, to give your funds, to donate to help the situation in Jamaica is supportjamaica.gov.jm. Again, my people, the best place to send your funds to help Jamaica is supportjamaica.gov.jm. As I talk about what we are doing here. Now, I'm sure say a lot of people have seen a lot of the We can show some example here too. A lot of the hope you can see my screen, my people. So this is some of the damage that you're looking at in Jamaica. Some of the building then that's been damaged. As you know, say sometimes we have I mean, not say you probably see whole heap of them damaged building here, but sometimes we have to show you them, so you can see exactly what go on. Um, you know, massive damage, massive amount of damage all across the that region, massive amount of damage. I'm sure you have seen many of these images already. And as I remind you of what we are dealing with in Jamaica, we're not just talking, we're not just saying this because, we are weak or we are dependent and we are look your sympathy. We just show you say these are real. You know what I mean? This is the real situation on the ground in Jamaica. So if we can do this and now we can show you say yeah, man. So this is the extent of the damage is very, I mean, it's like a war zone, like a bomb being dropped there. And this is all across the region. This was that image you're looking at right now is a church. And look on it now. See it, Devastated, man. You know, very few houses left untouched where the part of the hurricane moved through. Very. I mean, only building remains standing is the concrete building and with steel, reinforced steel. See, 'cause so that is the standard now, reinforced steel, but the roof are wood. So I am proposing as well that the new building, that building, and even the roof them, there's a thing called hidden roof, or concealed roof, or parapet roof, where the roof is hidden. There's a wall. When you look on the building, you see a little wall go up, parapet wall, but inside the roof itself is hidden and it's concrete. And you have drainer where you create a little slope, like even a 10-degree slope on top of the roof, and the water drain off, and you have these little gutters, and you can drain the water exactly where you want it. And you can even collect that water, put it in a drum, and send it wherever you want to in your yard for doing whatever you want to do. So I think Jamaican have to consider doing that. And also when you do that, you can have little party up on top of your roof. You can have little, reception up there. You can treat it as a gazebo. You can put a solar panel up there, and air conditioning unit can go up there. So there's a lot of things can be done when you build these roofs, these new roof. And I don't know if they are more expensive than wooden roof, but it probably make the place more hotter. 'Cause, Jamaica is a hot place. So you're probably gonna need more air conditioning and more fan. So every room probably have a spinning fan at the ceiling for you cool the place down. Or you can make the roof high. So the higher the roof is in any house is going to be the cooler it is. So higher roof, but also hidden roof may be a solution that can be applied across Jamaica when you build back. Instead of building back these zinc roof or tile roof and all that, them can't, as much as you build them can't withstand no 200 miles per hour or 185 miles per hour hurricane, see that tornado. But the one them that we're talking about is the hidden roof, the concealed roof. Type it in a Google, hidden roof, concealed roof, and investigate that and see how we can apply this technology or this type of method in building back the roofs instead of going back to this. Because if a hurricane come again, you're going to end up in the same situation again. See it. But that doesn't solve the problem of the water, see it, and the drainage. So that is something that the government have to come up with now with a plan, some drainage system that can send the water back to the sea. Some kind of way when water come on land, we have to find some elevation to get the water back to the sea. See it. So that's something that we have to work on as a country, see it, when we rebuild back. But these images are just to show you some of the extent of the damage, all across the island. Extensive damage. These are more than 600 schools have been damaged by Melissa. So let's show you some of the debris and the damage, see it. And some of the road, look how deep this road that is, see. That means all the tractor can fit in them hole here, how big them have been created from the hurricane itself, the water, the amount of water. So you have the heavy equipment, them road extensive damage. And this is from taken from the special briefing in Jamaica. Some of the road them see them there are craters them there, They're like a bomb drop there, so So a massive amount of work is going to be needed to rebuild back these communities. So I just wanted to just feature these, and then we're going to move on and show you others as well. So my people, it is what it is, and then we can look on the relief now. So some of the relief that's taking place now, like you have say a Beenie Man company scene and do film thing, and showcase what you might do. But no say you have Buju Banton. We spoke about the controversy with film things them earlier. Say him lose him Starlink and him lose him stove and man going and things. So that need to be investigated and that need to solve, because it is important that we stay focused right now. We don't, there's no way that we or any Jamaican should be taking advantage of this process. You see the situation, and if you are going to take advantage of this time, in this time, you are a wicked person. You're on a heart, Rasta. If you really want to, carry out any kind of corruption or any kind of robbing and taking of people things, it's unacceptable. And we need to have an investigation, and we need to make an example out of this, because we don't want to bring down disrepute to this whole relief effort and discourage people from supporting what's going on. So far around the world, we have tremendous amount of support from people all across the world. You know what I mean? People been sending a lot of support to Jamaica. See it. Governments, organization, individual, celebrities, everybody been supporting Jamaica. See Colaz Smith here, when him go shop, that thing, this is Price Mart, or over here, I think we call it Costco. They're the same company, there's different name. Same kind of setup, same kind of arrangement, and at the same go on and buy out the bar, so to speak, And this is the great foul from Clarendon and Kirky Lifestyle, them out that distribute, and I help them. You see them, see it. I have to highlight them, because them man have been in the trenches for a long time, see it, are providing content to the world. I mean, Jamaicans around the world feel good enough, so boy, him can remind you when you was young and in the bush, I hunt bird and I hunt fish and kind of little things. So now them up on a mission to help people, and them serious about it. I see the Chinese them, I see the warehouse, the Chinese them pack up the place for us, the whole heap of bags, see them say thousands, over 1,000 relief supply for hurricane victims. So see, but yeah, so this is in London, yeah, so I mean, Jamaicans in London providing packing relief supplies for victims of Hurricane Melissa. So that I go on. I did a video on that, to go check out my video on that if you can, And I went and I participated in a film, just a few minutes, to show what was going on. And this is the junior lifestyle of fishing, him pack up him car, him and him wife Stephanie, and then roll out and go help people in some remote region. Some of the road them nobody not go yet. And that's where him go. See him there again. I pack the car up, full up of things, you know what I mean? All up of things. And I think this is foul and Kurt them, you know what I mean? Pack up again and gone to one little center. I forget what that place name, but them did there, and it's enough relief supply them, man. And I think this is from Junior Lifestyle pack bag them, see all of bread there and all kind of things them pack to help the people them out. And so Colaz Smith there shop, tell them drop, see it. So all of things, the Prime Minister end up on the ground, I give the people them support, and see the big pot them, them have money, I know. Them the pot 250 pound of rice, them cook one time, when them are cooking, So the ramp with them a 2 man a stir this a pot, I mean, if you notice, 2 man, two of them pot are big, and the man have held. You can't be no like a small man a grow them pot, yeah. See it. And them a feed up to 20, 30,000 people a day. So they see it. So I have to big up. This is World Central kitchen. That WCK, I have to big them up. Yes. So the American, them come down, so them come down heavy, them big helicopter, big equipment. This is Darrell Vaz. I meet with the American representative here. I think the American them pledge up to $22 million to support what I go on. So yeah, we have to give thanks. But we're gonna talk about other things because I'm gonna do another video upon reparation and disaster relief. Why we are so vulnerable, why we're so dependent now on all this foreign support and foreign aid, why our country is so vulnerable to natural disaster. I think we're going to have that discussion, but I will have it in the next video where I will go into some of the outstanding issue. And then we're going to have to have a climate um, conversation as well about climate change, global warming, and the veracity of weather phenomenon. So we're going to have to talk about these things in the future. So those are several videos that me are planning in my head to deal with, see it. So yes, so you can see people that get support, man. Gem, this, them on the ground, them one of the first. When them roll out heavy. So the people that need the support, they need the help. You can see it's Colaz Smith, issue out the thing. So feeling back them big, whoa. Yes, I big respect to Colaz for that, And so the team have there and them come out and help and distribute the goods. And them happy doing it, so you can see the joy in helping people, you know what I mean? So big respect for Colors, man, and see the big pot them again, man. See the man them have a big and strong, when you have to stir them pot, and you have to know what you do all seasoning and proportion, because to cook them big pot, easy. Even the dancehall pot them no easy to cook. You have to know. I know anybody can't even cook a dancehall pot, much as them big pot here, with 250 pounds of rice in one go. You have to know yourself. All right. And see one of the field hospital here in a Black River. See it. So we have a big respect for the people that will providing this service to Jamaica and this support, Well needed at the time. See the American them, with them big, what I mean? I think these are some of the what they call them, Black Hawk. See it, and Chinook helicopter them. See them there? Black Hawk, Them they can, I think you can fit all a bloody bus or car or tank. Can fit in them bloody helicopter here, can roll them up there, All military vehicle can drive up in and drive out. See, cause whole heap of space in there. Can load them up, whole heap of supply and drop them anywhere. See it. So you can see them come fully equipped, well equipped to handle the situation. So at them that now. So you see them, come in fully heavy, dropping supplies all over the place. They picking them in the place. It's probably the first time you see a helicopter up front, So the Samaritan Persia, them provide helicopter as well, to provide relief, Yeah, man. So see them there, people them fascinated. And then no Shaggy, him definitely out there in the media and rallying for support. He was one of the first. So we have a big respect to Shaggy. And the place really in a bad shape. Bahamas come out in full strength. I think the Bahamas give about $2 million in support. We have to give respect to the Bahamas, a small nation. Then come out and these are the minister responsible for disaster, risk management, Leon Lundy. See there, come out and make big speech and pledge Bahamas support. Cause so Bahamas in the Caribbean and them suffering the similar plight to we, see it. Also need reparation as well for the damage done to us during our enslavement and our colonization that's left us vulnerable. That's a subject, that's a discussion we're going to have on this channel in the future. So you see the great doctor, the Beenie Man, the great doctor, see push out to support the people, heavy equipment, clear road, see the great Grace Hamilton Foundation, this is Spice, doing her thing on the road, handing out all kind of goods. I think a 10 truck and heavy equipment she bring down there for clear road and security forces for protect the thing them and get them to the people them. So I have to big them up for the work that them do, you know what I mean? So big up to Spice and Grace Hamilton. See, we are talking about Grace Hamilton. We know Spice do a fair thing, but now is the time for us focus on helping people. see, get people out of their misery and see shall help the people, might give them supplies and support. I think this is how there's a youth named Russia and a film look a cargo this when bring down for help the people. I don't know much about him. See the big heavy equipment them up on the road, they clear the road. See, that are going right now. Main road need to be clear so they can get access to the remote area them, and they can see the people them need the support and see the food I cook they distribute to the people them. You know what I mean? Again, we have a big up central, World Central Kitchen for the operation. I think them down there in the Montego Bay Convention. Uh, is it Convention Center? Yes. Yes. All right. So moving right along, have a showcase them big pot, cause them huge. Me impressed, Me impressed with them pot, Rasta. And see Colaz Smith again, film crew, I buy up bully beef. And then we have Tyrese Gibson on the ground, the great Tyrese, and bring down film crew, ROWW. Them call themselves Row, Reach Out Worldwide. That's their organization. And he done up on the ground, boots on the ground, providing support, direct support, and emotional support. See the people them love him, them hug him up, they don't want to let him go. This must be a very touching and memorable moment for him as a star, saying come out and the people them really embrace him. Big respect for this man. This picture here worth 1,000 words, man. May I tell you, well vital, iconic in a film career, this particular moment here, right there. So he showed Jamaica love and we respect him for that. Trust me, Tyrese, my respect to you, my brother. Love what you do. Yes, man. And see him happy, the people them grateful, see it, and you can see say the man in mean business and come with a plan, man. And I see the great Colaz Smith here now. Handout boy, you can see the crowd will gather around him. If you hang on, he want like a rope up on top them. If him leg got a rope there, no, I know the crowd him there. So you have to hold on and a handout, So you have to big him up for the way him do this. So that is well respected for your effort, my brother. Give thanks, Seeing there again him and him crew. So I was skeptical whether I should do this. But, because this is like giving a little report on the major updates. Them say 76% of customer island-wide has been restored. Water. And in the Western Division, 50%. So in the place affected, I think they say 50% of the water is restored to those areas. And in the Great River Water Treatment Plant in St. James is operational. Restoration of supply to Lower Montego Bay area, capturing all and the environs. Section of Hanover, so them have water there. So generator replaced at Lagwood facility in Hanover, and Darlin Toba system in Black River is now operational. This is the government report coming out. So moving right along. So parish breakdown. So yeah, so put it this way. There's over 763 water system in Jamaica. Right now, 267 is active. The others that have been disrupted is 496 of them has been disrupted out of 763. So you can do the maths on that. That is, but they have a long way to go to restore water to the whole island. So, but they're working as you can see. So, and in the Eastern Division, you can say them have like almost 87% restored, as you can see from the statistic. And you can see the breakdown from various parish. See it. Some all 90, like in a St. Catherine, 92%, in a Kingston, St. Andrew, 90%, because they were not hit badly in those areas. But the areas that are more affected, even Portland is 93% restored. So them kind of all right. Because there's a Portland and St. Mary, there's a Colaz Smith and the crew, Drizzy Blake, them all them I come from, because them get a little brush, that is a brush. They not get the full blunt of what you're seeing, but you see the pictures them when we show you earlier. Them not get them kind of hit there. See it. So And the map I show you say not operational. You see, we already read that them there. These are the one them that's not operational at the moment. You know, see it. And these are the one them, these are power plants, by the way. You know, see the water system that is not with the green is operational and the red is non-operational. So that's what this represents here. You know, see, so you can see this is where the hurricane hit over this section here. Black River is right here, so them not no water. All these region here, you know, see Trelawney, no, whole of them place here, Hanover, up here, so no water. All of them system they down, Westmoreland, Pier Red. You know, see Manchester even the St. Anne get touch up as well. So you can see there's a lot of system that is currently non-operational. So let's moving right along. So disaster preparedness response. So the government is working on these vital areas that them say. They want to provide access. They want to clear the major road. They want to provide support, which is the communication. I know them using Starlink is now becoming a star in Jamaica. And I say we have to be very careful and cautious because, with all honesty, the people them who run and own Starlink, they don't love African people. But we need the technology. Them have the technology. We have to use it with caution and know say we can't leave ourselves totally open when we deal. We have to just move. Have to just be cautiously optimistic and cautious as we deal with them. You know, see it. So that's just the reality. Also safeguarding not vital assets. So these are some of the things the government working on. So we need to help protect vital national infrastructures, including hospital, airport, government building, and so forth like that. Because you know a lot of records been kept in those lot of government buildings with land title, land birth certificate and all them sitting there down them region there. Hospital record, you know, and all them thing there. So they need to make sure them have safeguard those things and monitor the water control system. As you can see, you know, so there's big issue right now in a place called Content in in um in Manchester, where the water is coming up from the aquifer. So the status of the road them now. So right now, total affected road is 396. It's been affected. And 2 lane open. Out of that, 123 has been open. Single lane, 248. Still kind of have a little issue. And then you have 30 roads still blocked right now. Can't pass. Too destructive. You know, see, the only place when not affected is Kingston. And St. Anne and St. Catherine, then the road there, no road, no block. Anyway, moving right along. So you see the National Forestry, them out there with them big old saw them. Cause for them saw can cut down any tree, you know. The regular saw that we have and normal people have can't manage some of the major work that is needed in some of the big tree them we fall, the big old tree them where all two people can hug it. You need the big saw them and you need the man them with skill in cutting down trees and also navigating where the tree are gonna drop and all them sitting there. You know, you can't just mess around tree, drop on you and mash you up. So yeah, man. So some of the things them that them focusing on as a government. And I know this is long and exhaustive, but I think you know we need to go over this kind of stuff and talk about it. You know what I mean? So the parliamentary assessment. So they must say the major highways and the key bridges remain largely intact. These are the strength. Jamaica have to say the major highway most of them are in the east. They're not in the affected area. And rapid reopening of critical corridors demonstrates strong coordination with support from local contractors. The weakness is that secondary and rural roads severely eroded and washed out. That's it. When we say rural road, that means in the affected area because St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland and Trelawney and over, they are rural areas for the most part. So they will be damaged. So inadequate slope protection cause landslide in hilly terrain. We see a lot of that took place. If you see some of the early videos, the landslide, big old boulders and rocks just fall down in the road. And sometimes the man must go and push them all. 10 man push one rock to get out of the way so car can pass. And the drainage system was overwhelmed. So we saw that. Power and communication infrastructure along roadways were disrupted. No doubt about that. So the government have a strategy for the future. Them say them have to upgrade the roads, the bridges using climate and resilience standard. That's what we are expecting. The roads them now have to be built to different standard. Road have to be able to withstand flooding and also hurricane. The technology exists, it can be done. Expanding drainage and implement slope stabilization project. Drainage system have to find a way to drain the water back to the sea, because you can't drain the water upon the land because the aquifer under the earth will get overwhelmed. Underneath Jamaica itself, we get overwhelmed and the water will come right back to the land. So the water have to be diverted to the sea if possible. We have to strengthen the public-private partnership that the government say for rapid response. Them plan they have to be worked out in advance. Deploy real-time monitoring and GIS risk management. So you need global imaging system that can map out the terrain, the geography, the topography of the place, so you can monitor how things are flowing, the weather, the water, everything, seed. And you have to embed it, resilient planning in all infrastructure projects. That means anything we are building from now, it have to hurricane proof, it have to be resilient, it have to waterproof. We have to look upon all of the possible threat, and it have to can withstand the threat we face as a people. So we definitely want to make sure that is done. So this is what the government looking at. These are the category, the strength, weaknesses, and strategies for the future. So there's a plan in place. So let's look forward now. So urgent resources, them say preliminary assessment indicate that the cost of the immediate response and emergency works is estimated at approximately 10 billion Jamaican dollar, covering road clearance, drainage cleaning, temporary surface repair, and repairs to gullies. Of this, an estimated $5 billion is required urgently to sustain ongoing operations and to address critical corridors where access remain constrained. So, 2 million going to reopening roads, including some drain cleanage. 2 billion, that's $2 billion. 1 billion to emergency repair of road, and another 2 billion to repair the gullies, primarily Sandy Gully and tributaries, North and South Gully, for a total of 5 billion Jamaican dollar is immediately needed to deal with the roads. Okay. And the gully. So we're moving right along. So hope you see that very clear. Let me make sure you can see that right on the screen there. See there? That's what is needed. So I don't joke money that's a Colaz Smith here with them supplier, him team this, them use a community center. I like that this idea here, where them actually use a community center and them invite members of the community to come and help them with the packing. Similar to what we did in London, where you have a central location and people come help with the packing, because it takes a lot to pack and have all these things ready to go to the destination. So that was a very good look. I like that. I like that. So yeah, see, man, Miss Little there. Miss Little Hot Kitchen, and you have Kunta. Forget my girl her name. She have a little channel. What of them have channel? See, it's a Kunta, yeah. A part of Miss Little Crew. I forget my girl her name. Oh gosh, I can't remember her name right now. And yes. So yeah, Ratty Adventure film there. And see the Chinese them here again. See them here. Them and see my girl Tiffany, yeah. Tiffany Silva. She a role with them. And see the team, where the government use for them briefing almost daily And you know, sometimes every other day, but whenever them need to come out, then come out. But them keep it's a regular, consistent briefing. And see them. These are some of the people. Honor Douglas. Desmond Mackenzie, and Donna Morris Dixon. She's a permanent fixture at the host of the government briefing that take place on a regular basis to keep the people informed about the different things taking place in the storm. So yes, and these are some images from London um about what's taking place with the packing in London here, preparing goods to go to Jamaica. So these are some of the people them who are assisting in that regard. So yes, you have to big them up. Whole heap of hand sanitizer, Pampers, you know, you name it. You know what I mean? It was all there. Wipes, you know, you know, all kind of material, boxes upon top of boxes that are going to require a container for full of all them thing here. Food, whole heap of food, clothes, you know, and people have to see they're packing them and sorting and itemizing them, you know, see it. So back in Jamaica now, you have the people them that would deal with rescue and recovery team then go and search for dead body and thing. So this is a video I did, a special thank you video I did earlier in the week to thank the people them who were responded in the aftermath of the disaster. So yes, just wanted to highlight them, you know. So this is Spice them start about the rebuilding, helping people. I think she bring must say 10 truck water building material, you know, and them start the building effort already. So I have to big her up for that. So these are some of the images them of the place, you know. That's what's really hit. So yeah, I think we covered quite a lot here today. So we're gonna kind of call it a deal with the coverage there. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to get you to understand, say, you know, there's a lot taking place. There's a lot of people doing a lot of work. And I want to just give this is like a comprehensive look of different angles that's taking place. In the future, I'm looking to do a piece on disaster, vulnerability, and reparation, and how we cannot separate the climate change or the global warming from reparation and the vulnerability that we face when these disasters hit from reparation and even climate change. And we're going to look how it's all tying together, you know what I'm saying? The whole history of injustice that we have been through, historical injustice of enslavement and colonization, and also the history of the industrialization and how it affect the environment and how we are doubly impacted again. So we will look into that in the future. And so look out for that one, my people. So yeah, man. So I just want to say, if you got this far with this video, I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for coming along on this journey. This has been Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani, where you get a clear perspective on any issue that's facing African people. And in this case, we want to send out our thank you to all the people them who are supporting Jamaica at this time. All the people of the world who are sending their hopes, their prayers, their well-wishing, their money, their supplies. We want to thank them and thank them wholeheartedly for what they're doing for Jamaica. And we appreciate it. And we will build back stronger as a people. And I want to just say also to the people on the ground, just keep strong, hold the faith, because we are here, we see you, the world see you, and we're not going to abandon you, Jamaican people who are on the ground, who are feeling it today, who are going through this hard time. You're not alone. You got support. Just bear with us. It will get to you. So on that note, I want to thank you for listening to Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani. Again, this is Brother Dulani, and this has been Clear Thinking. I want to thank you very much for listening to this program, and I hope to see you again as we continue this journey of analyzing what's going on in our world. So thank you very much, my people. Wow, good.